Hello, everybody, and welcome to Conversations with Cheryl. I am your host, Cheryl Lacey Donovan, and we are excited to be with you here this morning. We have a very special guest, none other than the Waffle Queen herself. All right, welcome, Miss Albright.
Thank you for having me. Good morning.
Absolutely, absolutely. So listen, I need you to tell everybody because when I was reading all of the information about you and everything, I'm like, this lady is like me. She loves to cook.
Yes,
She loves to cook. So when did you first start making your waffles? And tell us a little bit of the backstory about how you came to be known as the Waffle Queen.
Okay, I first started making the waffles during my sophomore year at UCLA. That was in 1977. So here it is. Well, 43 years later, in 2017, I decided to release the waffle mix and the coating mix, for chicken, fish, seafood, that kind of thing. I was on a tight budget, like any other college student, low on money, and I was making everything from scratch.
Wow.
And things that I love to eat were waffles, pancakes, and crepes. So that's what I started doing for my sorority sisters. I'm a member of Delta Sigma Theta sorority. All the folks who would come by my apartment, for study sessions, they knew what we were going to be eating: waffles, pancakes, or crepes. And that you could eat them for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. So it just became a tradition. And then once Gerald and I got together, Gerald was my boyfriend since junior high school, and now my husband was still almost 49 years later. And all the musicians would come over. And before it was, we know what we're going to have when we go to the Albright household. She's going to prepare some waffles or chicken with fish or something like that. Mm-hmm. And after they tasted it, it was, can I have some of those waffles again? It became the Waffle Queen. And I was called all sorts of names. They gave me, I was the Black Betty Crocker.
Oh, wow.
The Queen, the Waffle Lady, the Pound Cake Lady, the Cookie Lady. I had so many nicknames, but everything was around cooking. Because I've been cooking since I was maybe 10, when I first realized that I really love to bake and cook. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't something that I wanted to do for a living. It was just something that I did for fun. But, as it turns out, I guess God had a plan, honey.
Wow, that is amazing. So you started out by cooking in your home. When did it get to a place where you needed to expand? And what did that look like to be able to mass produce what you were doing?
In the early 90s, I was diagnosed with a rare form of leukemia. And so I could no longer work. I was running my businesses, and my businesses were I lived in Southern California then. I moved from New York to Southern California. And so I, being ill, I was at home for a couple of years. I went through my whole bout with cancer, with blood cancer. And I started doing research and trying to figure out, how can I give my doctors the best body that I can give them, considering what's going on? And I go, boom, nutrition. Let me start, eating the right foods so I can become stronger. And then the idea came about. What's the main thing that's taken away from you most times when you have a life-threatening illness? And usually it's sugar and salt. And we all love sugar. We love our salt or whatever, seasoned foods and all that. So I figured, why don't I come up with a food line that had the nutrients in it? But I decided to do it in dessert form. So that's sweet enough. And I did pound cakes, cookies, and mini pies. So that's how I first started doing things, mass producing that. And then fast forwarding to about 2015, my daughter and I were in a head-on car collision.
Wow.
And we were the only two that, made it out, that walked out of the accident. 5 or 6 other people were seriously injured. Wow. And but me being the person that I am and having the personality that I do, I can't keep still. So that's when I said, okay, for 2 years, what can I do while I'm healing again? Because I had to have, various surgeries.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when my friends kept saying, Glynis, please, please, please release your waffle mix. And so I found a factor that would help me to, turn my recipe into a formula. And I decided to start off with just the waffle mix and the coating mix. That's it.
Okay. Okay.
Because those were the main things that I used to fix when people would come over. And let's see, in 2016, after surgery, I came up with the logo. And the logo came to me in a dream form. I just prayed to God and say, well, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm off again, God. Take me through this journey. I'm going to release this waffle mix and coating mix just so I can make money while I'm healing. What should my logo be? Because by this time, Glynis's products would be my fifth company, food company.
Okay.
And it's a comfort food line.
Mm-hmm.
On the healthy side, although I am treating it the same way I would do my health desserts, my healthy desserts. And what came to mind was me with a waffle skirt, a crepe bustier, and a pancake necklace. So here we go.
Oh, wow. That is awesome.
I sent my pictures to a local artist. And of course, he thought I was crazy. He said, what are you thinking of? What? Waffle skirt, a crepe bustier, and pancakes around your neck. And I said, that was my dream. I asked God to show me. That's what came up. And that's how the Waffle Queen came about. As far as what she looks like, me in caricature form with the clothing on. But I was called the Waffle Queen at such an early age.
Wow.
19 years old when I first earned that name. And then everyone started calling me the Waffle Queen. And as I traveled, I was America's Waffle Queen. And then I became the Waffle Queen. I'm just so excited about having that title. I'm excited that everyone loves my waffles. People actually change their routing.
Oh, wow.
To pass through Castle Rock, where I live, 45 minutes south of Denver, so they can come by and the whole band, all I need is a head count. And I will serve my waffles, and usually I have them with fried chicken. I'll do a banana pudding for dessert or key lime decorated cake with edible flowers, and always with fresh lemonade.
Wow.
So it all came about as far as the chicken and
lemonade is a Southern thing.
Yes, you know how it is.
So the next time my husband and I visit his relatives in Denver, I'm going to let you know.
Especially if we're back to traveling again, give me a call to make sure that I'm in town. And if I'm in town, you are invited to come over. I will roll out the red carpet.
Man.
And you have my chicken and waffles with fresh lemonade and some
wow.
Yes.
So you're from New Orleans and you transitioned to California. What was that like?
Oh, wow. That was such a big change. Because, in New Orleans, it's about the whole hospitality thing. Good morning, good evening, good night. You speak to everybody, whether you know them or not. And when we moved to California, I had to get used to the fact that people weren't going to speak to me like that.
Yes, yes.
The first day, I remember it was August 28th, 1968. That's when I arrived by train in Los Angeles. And I was so excited. And I told my father, I said, I'm going to walk to the corner and back, just so I can see, because I'd never seen palm trees before,
right.
palm trees. So I'm walking to the corner and I walk back and I'm waving at everybody. Hello, good morning. So that's what my father had to explain to me. No. Here it's a little bit different. People are friendly, but it's not the same as, the way it would be in New Orleans with everyone speaking and, being super, super friendly and all in everybody's business and the whole bit. So it was a little bit of an adjustment. The weather was quite an adjustment. Because it was like springtime all year long. Whereas in New Orleans, we did have sort of the seasons. And it wasn't as hot, of course.
Right.
Humidity, not as much. Yeah. Although we were near, the ocean. And let's see what else was different. Earthquakes. That the earthquakes and the fires.
Yeah.
As New Orleans, the hurricanes were the big deal.
Right.
I'm really glad to be away from that. But The earthquakes and the high winds with oh gosh, that was a lot to get used to.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
frightening. My first earthquake, I think, was in 1970, a couple of years later. And I had never felt anything like that before in my life. It was, whew,
Wow.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
something else.
We get hurricanes also, and I tell people all the time, I think I can deal with the hurricanes. I don't know what would happen if the ground just came out from under me, though.
Yeah, there's different types of earthquakes. Some of them are, shaking, and other ones are rolling, where you feel like you're going up and down and side to side. So it's a lot to hear all your dishes falling over and
Yeah.
coming off the wall. It was an adjustment.
Yeah, I could imagine. I could imagine. So
Yeah.
you talked a lot about different people that have come to your home to get your chicken and waffles and things like that. Who are some of the notable names that we might recognize?
Well, John Legend was here.
Okay.
He performed at the Pepsi Center. He came here to eat. Dave Cos,
Oh,
Sheila E.
okay.
Who else? The mayor of Denver.
Okay. Wow.
Nice. I mean, from all the higher ups to just everyday folks, if they're coming through Denver, and
They're coming to see you.
that's the whole thing. I know when the mayor of Denver came through, I said, okay, I'm going to convert my basement into a restaurant. So we're all going to go downstairs and we're going to eat. And, it was kind of like, well, girl, I'm here to eat.
All right.
Please don't shut me down.
Right.
I have a nice little thing going. I have about 12 waffle irons.
Oh, wow.
So, the tradition is we come down to the basement. I've already fried all the chicken for everybody.
Okay.
And we say our prayers first.
Mm-hmm.
So we get in a huge circle, pray over the food that hasn't even reached the table yet.
Right, right.
And once those irons are turned on, the waffles are coming out so fast. So, because I don't want it to be a thing where I'm bringing out waffles at one time and someone's food is cold or whatever. So I was like, okay, let's pray first. And then as soon as I say pick up, you come up with your plate, get your chicken, get your waffles, and go on. Yes.
That sounds like so much fun.
In front of company. I am just on my feet serving them, which I enjoy.
I do too. I love that. I love that. So you have something.
When are you going to eat? When are you going to eat? And I go, oh, I'm snacking while
I'm good. Okay.
Yeah,
I understand that exactly. Again, that's a Southern thing. I think I'm just saying we love to entertain. So you have something called Maine. Could you tell us a little bit about that and how it came about?
Maine is my nonprofit, 501c3. And it came about actually during my illness. I realized what things I needed and just how a person's feel when they're going through their storm. And the 5 things that were being affected during that time was my hair, my skin, my teeth, my nails, and of course my weight. Because depending upon which chemotherapy or which therapy you're going to be going through, your weight will either go up or down.
Okay.
And, society, we're so judgmental. And it's, I don't know, not to bash men, but it's a bit harder for women. Those are the 5 things that we're judged by.
Yeah.
Our hair, our skin, our teeth, our nails, and our weight. I mean, from going on a blind date to on the job, just socializing. We're looking at those things, how's her hair? Does she have her own teeth? Is she fat? Is she skinny?
Right.
And is she tall? Is she short? So we're so judgmental. And I thought about when a woman is going through her storm, those are the facets that society looks at to say that she's beautiful. In teeth, nails, and weight management. So I wanted to help other women who were losing those things and helping them to get their self-esteem back and helping them to get those things back. So what we do with the Maine is we help women to take care of their scalps, just in case they've lost all of their hair or some of their hair is falling out. We don't do braids and weaves, anything like that. We actually take care of the scalp and then provide wigs for them if they want to wear wigs. And I help them to choose a wig that is close to the hairstyle that they wore before they lost their hair.
Wow.
And by the way, yes, MAIN stands for Making Advancements Towards Nutritional Empowerment. And of course, since you're more than likely going to lose your hair, your mane, that's why I called it MAIN.
Okay. Wow.
And then we help them to, we send them to get their nails done, to take care of their nails, because of course, when you're going through your storm, your nails may become brittle or like paper and bend, weaken. Your skin may lose its glow. Nice, pretty, gold tones and stuff like that. You may become pale. Like I said before, your weight may go up and down. So those things are being lost or at a point where you just can't control what's happening to them. And I wanted to give that back to women out there. And like I said, it's not to bash men, but when, a man can go bald and he's called sexy.
Yeah.
But, a woman can go bald and people are looking at her like, oh, is she being rebellious or is she being one of those kind of women that are, just trying to, show that she can do this or that and the other, or, oh my gosh, or is she going through chemo? We're all labeling, what I mean? So I wanted to help other women and men too. So we help them with their lashes, if they need their eyebrows replaced, anything you need to help you to build back that self-esteem. MAIN is there for you. So the way I receive money is I get donations from everyone, so that I can provide these services to people who need them.
That is amazing. That's an awesome, awesome story. I have a very good friend of mine who's going through cancer as we speak. And so that I definitely understand what that's like. And I think that it's amazing that you're giving back in that way, because a lot of times people don't think about that. They don't really.
Oh, they don't. Yeah. And it's not to even belittle us women, but we're so hard on each other too.
Yes, we can be.
I found myself at times hiding, when I felt good. It was 2 days a week that I felt really good. And those are the only 2 days that I actually went out.
Wow.
I didn't want to be judged. I didn't want people to ask questions, because I did cut I had my hairstylist to cut my hair down to about 2 inches. And I wore it short, and cute and the whole bit. So most people who saw me said, oh, get it, girl. You cut your hair. I like the cut. But I never told them what I was going through.
Yeah.
Only my close friends and family knew, because we can be a bit judgmental, with each other.
That's true.
Yeah.
So I know you went
a whole nother story, right?
And a whole nother story for another day. So I know in 2019, you went through somewhat of a marketing change. What was that about? And how did that come up?
Well, at first the product line was Glynis's products, and everything was Glynis's waffle mix, Glynis's poultry coating mix. And then people started sort of complaining and saying, well, when I want the waffle mix and the coating mix, I have to go to albrightcuisine.com. But when I want the pound cakes, I have to go to justsweetenough.com. If I want the cookie dust, I got to go to cookiedust.com. So the idea was to bring everything together. So we rebranded everything as Glynis's Kitchen. So you go to glyniskitchen.com, and that's where people would find everything.
Awesome.
Now, just this year, we removed all the other companies because it got so busy being the waffle queen.
Yeah.
I had to concentrate on doing just that, because all the other companies, I got behind, like 2 months behind, because it was me trying to do everything. And my husband is very protective. And he says, I don't want you to get sick again. You're on your feet for hours and hours. You're working these almost 24 hours a day. And I just take on so much. And when people come to me with issues, I take it on like it's my own. And so I had to kind of pull back and say, okay, which company am I going to run 100%? And the waffle mix and the coating mix scratch mix. Everything is already manufactured for me. So the easiest way for me to work smarter and not harder at 63 would be to work with the things that are already there. So all I'm doing
Right.
is packaging up and shipping out. So it was a family decision too, because my kids are very concerned as well. I have two adult kids, Selina and Brandon, and they don't like hearing about me being up 16 hours, on my
Yeah.
feet, working hard too. I mean, they know that I love helping others, but the caregiver has to take care of herself too.
Yes, ma'am.
There are times when, I was not practicing what I was preaching.
Yeah, the whole self-care piece, that's a
Yeah.
huge piece. We, as women in particular, we're created basically to be nurturers and caregivers and, to give of ourselves consistently. And a lot of times we forget
We
that,
do. We do.
that we need it just as much as everyone else. And I always use the analogy, it's like having a teapot or a coffee pot.
Uh-huh.
And when you pour out of the coffee pot, at the bottom sometimes there's sediment left. And if you're not careful and you pour everything out, and
Yeah.
all you're pouring out is sediment, then you're really not helping anybody. So you have to take
Wow.
time to fill it back up.
That's a good analogy. That's
Yeah.
good. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Can't pour from an empty cup. That's what Desiree said. Can't pour from an empty cup.
Definitely.
So
Definitely.
before we go, can you tell us a little bit about what you have coming up, what you're planning to do maybe in the next 5, 10 years? Is it going to be Glynis? I don't know, something, Glynis, something. I don't know.
Yes. Okay. We started out with just the waffle mix and the Cody mix. Oh, and the name changed from Glynis's poultry Cody mix to Glynis's kitchen all-purpose Cody mix. And the reason is because people were telling me, I use your Cody mix for lamb chops, pork chops, for my burgers. The vegans were telling me they use it for their plant-based meats.
Wow.
Changed the name, so it's an all-purpose Cody mix now, and it's also kosher too.
Wow.
And you can't mix. Well, the kosher law is mixing. You can't mix meat with dairy. And inside of the all-purpose Cody mix, you get a little packet of a buttermilk soak, so that way you can have buttermilk fried chicken. If you are vegan, yes, it comes in the box. So if you're vegan, you just don't use the buttermilk soak and just use the seasoning. So there's 2 packets inside of the box. The buttermilk
that's awesome.
seasoning. So everything, and it's written right here on the box. Let me hold it up again. It says comes with, let me get it right.
There you go. Got it.
So yes. Because most people, being from New Orleans too, you want that good old Southern buttermilk fried chicken.
Yes, ma'am.
Or you can air fry it or bake it, so you don't have to fry it. Yes.
Okay.
So we start out with those 2, and we also have Glynis's secret sauce mix.
Ooh.
Now,
I just want you to know I'm going on the website as soon as this is over to get me some stuff. And all my people, y'all need to go out there and get y'all some stuff from Miss Glynis.
Thank you so much. And the reason how this came about was, well, you remember, oh gosh, earlier this year, Popeyes came out with their chicken sandwich, and people were fighting and beating each other up and killing each other over this chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
So I said, shoot, Glynis needs to come up with her chicken sandwich.
Yes.
And this was pre-COVID, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And the Waffle Queen tour was canceled, well, postponed until next year.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just figured, well, okay, I created this chicken sandwich. Now we can't get it until next year. Why don't I at least release the sauce mix? That way people can make it at home. So, but if you go to my YouTube channel, I teach you how to make Glynis's chicken sandwich, which is totally
right.
The others. I'm not putting any other companies down. There's room for me, for Glynis.
Yes, there is.
Different. So Chick-fil-A, Popeyes, don't get mad at me, but I have to do the whole thing.
It's a home cooking thing.
And it is, it has a kick to it. So
all right.
Stand the heat, just add less of the sauce. And it says so on the back. If you can't take the heat, just add less of it. There's 1 ounce in a little packet.
Okay.
And that's enough for you to make 3 containers of the secret mix. Yep.
Wow.
And most people are using it for not only for their sandwiches, not only chicken sandwiches, but for their burgers. One person posted that she's using it for her taco sauce. Another person
Wow.
for dips with chips. So just be creative and do what you want to do. We
Okay.
also have a scratch mix. Home Goods bought out all of my scratch mix. I don't have any right now. We're going to remanufacture again in the top of the year.
So
But
I need to go to Home Goods locally.
yeah, the scratch mix replaces flour. So pull out all of your old recipes that grandma and your mom created. And instead of using flour, use my scratch mix and it'll take your recipe to a whole new level.
Okay.
Also, the waffle mix comes in little sample bags too, 6-ounce bags. So for all the single soldiers out there, grandmas, grandpas who don't have their grandchildren coming to visit them. I haven't seen my grandson. So they're just 2 people at home. Now we have the little packets. That way you can make one batch, because inside of the box, there are 4 batches in the box. So you can make it 4 times. But for those who don't want to buy the box, you can get the singles too.
Oh, wow.
And, let's see what else is coming up. So my tour will resume next year in April year, and I'll be traveling all over the country. And Glynis
Well, if you come to Houston, let me know.
Yes, Glynis's kitchen is also a pop-up kitchen.
Oh, okay.
So we just pop up at different places. And so we're going to start off in Reading, Pennsylvania, home of the Monopoly game. Remember, take a ride on the Reading?
Yeah.
The small towns. We start off there, and I'm there for about 5 days at the DoubleTree by Hilton Hotel. It's a brand new hotel there. And as soon as you walk in, instead of smelling their cookies, you'll be smelling Glynis's waffles.
Wow.
This is my 3rd year doing that. And then from Reading, we'll just start traveling all over. We'll hit Los Angeles, Houston, Dallas, Seattle, everywhere we can. Glynis's kitchen will be popping up. And I'm also on cruises. So jazz cruises. If my husband is on the cruise, Glynis's kitchen is on the cruise.
Okay.
So just keep up GlynisKitchen.com, and I will be making announcements where I will be next. Yeah, definitely.
Wow. So somebody says their hubby is hooked, and he looks so sad if they're ever low on the mix.
That is Deborah Petaway. Oh my gosh, she's one of my biggest fans and a wonderful friend. I know she wants my sour cream buttermilk biscuits. Somebody start manufacturing those.
Okay, I'm just getting ready to say, wait a minute, I hear you say buttermilk biscuits.
Yes.
Okay, we need to work on that. Buttermilk biscuits.
Making those for the past 3 weeks. Every weekend, I've been making them and shipping them out just to friends for fun. We're in the pandemic. We can't go anywhere.
Right. Well, again, if you think about me.
Everyone is saying, oh, wait a minute. My husband is upstairs saying, I'm suddenly feeling hungry.
Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to tell you. Mr. Gerald is in the house. He says he's hungry now.
He did ask me, he says, you have to get up tomorrow morning? Oh, my goodness. So are we going to have breakfast? Because he usually cooks breakfast in bed. He'll serve breakfast in bed because he knows I'm not. But on the weekends, I will get up and fix breakfast. So I guess he's doing that. And I said, no, I have to get up early because I have to do an interview with Miss Cheryl. And he's like, who's Miss Cheryl? So now he's watching you. Now he knows who you are.
And now he knows who I am. I'm sorry, Mr. Gerald, I messed up your breakfast this morning. I'm sorry.
I can tell it. He's up there fixing something.
Okay, good. And I wanted to know that my husband loves him. We have, I think we might have all his music. He loves him.
Thank you.
Yes, absolutely.
So much. I'm so proud of him.
Yes. Listen, everybody, we are speaking. Go ahead.
I said, who would have thought, meeting him at 13, that we would end up still at 63 together and he would become a jazz legend. I'm just so proud of him.
Man. Hi, Mr. Gerald. He popped up and said hi. So hi, Mr. Gerald. So listen, you guys, we have been speaking with Miss Glynis Albright, the beautiful Miss Glynis Albright, the waffle queen, and we are excited about having her here with us this morning. You can get all of her products at glyniskitchen.com. She has a full list of magazine articles and a lot of other things where you can learn about her journey, her tour, her products, and more. So you guys, please make sure you go out to glyniskitchen.com. Find out more about her and what she's doing, where she'll be, and order some of these products. I can't wait. I'm going to send you an inbox and let you know when I've cooked some of it you can see it. I'm take some pictures.
Please let me know. Yes,
Absolutely.
Easy.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. It has been a pleasure.
Wow, wonderful. And look, the sun came out. It stopped snowing.
Oh, wow. Really?
You got me good luck.
There we go. Everybody, thank you so much for joining us this morning. It has truly been a pleasure. We look forward to seeing you again next week at 11 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time. And as always, remember that God can do exceedingly and abundantly more than you could ever ask or think, according to the power that works in you. You guys be blessed.
Thank you. Be blessed.